Okay.
Hi, we're back again, Dale and I, and we're going to talk about how this affects your lifestyle. The first thing I want to say is I really am so grateful to Dale and to how he took control of the children and of the running of the house and made it possible for me to focus on my illness and how to get well. But there were things we did that now may have seemed crazy, but at the time they were so important. We made sure that we spent time together as a family. We went to Disneyland and spent a week at Disneyland because they were of that age. But we also did other things that made us feel like a family and made us feel whole and complete. And it's important that you realize that you want to be as much of the person that you were before the cancer as you can possibly be. And Dale and any husband facing Dale's position, I'm sorry, but you got to keep on the happy face.
Well, one of the problems Molly had when her mother died is that no one communicated with her what was happening. We were very upfront and honest with our children as much as they could understand that, in fact, there was a chance your mother might die. So you need to go in there and spend time with her so you have memories of what she was like. Molly regrets that she didn't really have a lot of memories about what her mom was like because no one was honest with her that she was going to go die. Taking them to Disneyland was something we felt we needed to have some memories for our children in case she didn't make it. She also was very sick, and you have to be very mindful that it's your responsibility to keep track of her appointments, to call the doctor if you think something needs to be communicated. Don't rely on her anymore. She has chemo brain. She can't remember anything. If she's lucky, she gets through the day. So call the doctor, and if you have trouble with that, I had a personal assistant who would help me in my office, my legal assistant. She would help contact the doctor, make sure appointments are made, make sure the doctor knew some medication was or wasn't working. We also wanted to get involved with clinical trials. My father-in-law, Molly's dad, is a physician. Her brother-in-law is a sociologist, a college professor. The three of us spent hours on the internet trying to find clinical trials. In our website here, we have links to clinical trials. We got involved in a clinical trial about vaccines. They were up at the University of Washington up in Seattle. Molly and I went about once a month for 6 months, and she was vaccinated to try to get her immune system to kill the cancer. Those are the kind of things you want to try to get involved in if you can. Everything you can do to muster everybody's energy to fight this cancer, you need to do.
And to muster your hope, because it's all about hope. And wanting to live and taking those trips to Washington, whether they actually helped me or not, I will never know, but they certainly helped my morale and they helped my relationship with my husband, and it was something that we did together to keep close.
And remember, you're going to make mistakes, but don't be afraid to do things because if you're going to make a mistake. You can always correct the problems, look for ways to increase that person's emotional well-being, their physical well-being. Look for nutritional things they can do and take to keep their energy up. We found that marijuana was very helpful. You may or may not find that to be true, but don't be afraid to find the things that people tell you may be helpful and try them. The most important thing here is to have hope. Hope that you're going to get through this and that you're going to survive.
And this is the lifestyle section, and I just wanted to remind everybody that all of the things that we have offered to help you with your lifestyle, I will be more than willing to expand on that in my weekly chats that I'm planning on starting this month, where I will answer your questions that I receive from you by email, and also talk about various topics and important things relating to health and developing active spiritual life, because they've decided that in cancer survival, one of the most significant statistics is an active spiritual life. And so many of us today don't know what that means. And I am not qualified to teach, but I'm qualified to love. And I'm qualified to give you anything I can. And if I can lead you to a better spiritual connection with the greater power that can heal you, I want to do that.